everybody, it's Delicia, and thanks for tuning in to the Cigar Vixen channel. Today I'm going to be smoking a very special cigar. This is the Falto Los Procesos. If you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, you'll see that I posted a picture recently smoking this one out on a yacht, which was a perfect setting. The only thing that would top that would actually be smoking it out in the home of the owner of Falto Cigars, which is out in beautiful Mayagüez, Puerto Rico. But, you know, being in Southern California, I settled for second best, which was being on a boat out in the ocean. But nonetheless, this is a fabulous cigar. It's a very special cigar as well. It's celebrating the 20th anniversary of Luis Falto making these beautiful cigars out of the La Aurora factory in the Dominican Republic, alongside Manuel Ynoa, who's the master blender for La Aurora. Together they've made some beautiful blends. And what's very unique about Falto cigars, in case you didn't realize, every size is its own blend. So I haven't come across any other manufacturers who do that. Again, everything is perfected, so the size, the tobacco ratio is made according to just one size. So you won't find this particular cigar in a multitude of different sizes. Same goes for every blend in the line. So it's a really great idea, and it also really shows the passion that's behind creating cigars. It's a pleasure to meet somebody in this industry that really just has this unique passion, that doesn't mass produce cigars, that makes, you know, a relatively small amount, but he makes them based on his own passion, based on the highest quality tobacco that he can find. Just a really special person and a really special company and great cigars. So again, if you've never tried one, I urge you, to get out there and find a retailer that carries Faltos. You can go directly on their website and look up, by location where you can find, cigars nearby you. Now this cigar is named Los Procesos, and it's another really special cigar in the sense that the name is really something pretty unique. Again, cigars are not only a passion of mine because I love the taste and what they represent, but they're such an art form. And if you've never been out to a factory and experienced, seeing how the tobacco is grown, how it's harvested, it's really something special. And I love the fact that Luis chose to use this name. Again, Los Procesos, meaning the process, basically the processes that tobacco goes through, from seedling to the harvest, to curing the tobacco, to sorting it, to fermenting it, to hand rolling it, to aging it again, to packaging it. Everything that it goes through before it actually gets into our hands to smoke is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And so this cigar's name pays homage to that process, and I just thought it was a wonderful idea and a great way to really celebrate 20 years of making phenomenal cigars. Now, let's go ahead and get into this one. Gonna go ahead and remove the footband that mentions that it is the 20th anniversary. And again, coming out of La Aurora factory, of course, it's going to have impeccable construction. I met the roller who makes these cigars for Luis, and it's one guy, and he's been doing it the entire time. And really, I mean, it goes without saying to say that these are going to be beautiful in construction. Never smoked a Falto that was plugged, that had anything other than just perfect construction, perfect draw, and this is, just the same. Now, the blend itself is fairly unique. It's using an Ecuadorian Havana 2000 wrapper. Ecuadorian, two different binders actually. I had to write it down because it was kind of unique for me. So there's a Cuban Havana Vuelta arriba seed and a Dominican Carbonell for the binder. Now the filler has a Negrito Canca, which is grown in the DR, Dominican Olor, and then a very unique Dominican 2020, which I've never personally heard of that particular tobacco. From my research, it's very unique. In fact, I couldn't find any other cigars that are using that Dominican 2020. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he's one of the only ones that's using it. I think it's a fairly small batch that's been grown and aged, and so it's kind of unique in the sense that because his production line is not massive, not mass produced, he can actually pick these really high-end, really quality type of tobaccos and use them, and we all are lucky enough to try them out. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get this cut. I'm going to use my little Calibri V cutter here. Every time I smoke a Falto, I feel like I should have a nice glass of red wine with it. For those of you who have never met Luis or had the opportunity to visit his beautiful home, he has an incredible wine cellar. And I mean, just about any type of wine you can ever imagine is there. And so every time, again, I smoke a Falto, I'm reminiscent of being in that wine cellar and just in awe of sampling and trying different wines. And I wish I had a glass of one of those right now to go with this. Oh, that has a beautiful aroma. You can tell when tobacco has been properly handled, properly aged. It really just comes out, you know, instantly when you smoke it. Just one little spot. I mean, look at that beautiful smoke. Hopefully you can see it on camera, but just a beautiful cloud of billowing smoke, a wonderful aroma. It's kind of like a toasty, fairly sweet, little hint of pepper that's kind of hanging out on the tongue. There's a hint of a dried fruit, kind of a citrus, but just a very pleasant aroma, a really good start. Very good start. And again, just a little bit of the black pepper on the finish. So I'm gonna smoke it down a little bit more as always and check back in with you for the second third. So getting into the second third of Los Procesos, the flavors are really unique. There's a mixture of a nice spice. So I'm getting a little bit of mint, anise, definitely black pepper, but there's like a sweetness too. There's kind of like a candied sweetness, a little bit of like a red licorice, very subtle, but you can pick up some of those notes. Again, this would pair excellent with a nice aged glass of probably either like a Pinot or a Cab Sauv. This would go, you could probably go either way with it, but just a beautiful smoke so far. Again, construction is spot on, producing an incredible amount of smoke. A beautiful aroma, still has that nice warm toastiness to that aroma, but very inviting, which is something that I always enjoy. So I'm gonna continue to smoke it down and check back in with you one last time for the final third. So coming into the last third of Los Procesos, flavor on this has shifted quite a bit. It's gotten just really good. It's been good throughout, but I love the introduction of the cocoa. And that kind of came in right after I shut off the camera and got a little bit past that initial part of the second third. And it's really carrying on into the last third. The nice cocoa, there's a bit of earthiness. There's definite, you know, aged tobacco in this stick here. It's just a wonderful amount of flavor. The pepper has shifted into more of kind of a cayenne pepper, but it's very subtle, so it's nothing that's gonna, you know, be overpowering, you know, to the palate. It's just enough to give it a nice little kick. As far as the strength, it's about a medium, I would say medium. Again, I have a little bit of a higher tolerance, so medium to medium plus, but more to me along the lines of a medium on the strength. But the body is just very full, a lot of flavor. Again, still carrying a lot of beautiful smoke. The ash is perfect. The construction is impeccable, of course, and just a fabulous cigar. So hats off to you again, Luis and Manuel. You've produced another amazing stick. And happy 20th, and I hope to see you around making cigars for at least another 20 years. Cheers, and if you haven't tried it, get out there and pick one up. Again, check out the website. You can find out where you can, you know, locate these lovely sticks. And I hope you enjoy and have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Hi, it's Delicia, and tonight I have the pleasure of joining Mr. Luis Falto at the Falto Lounge for their 19th anniversary party, celebrating their making of cigars. So, wanted to invite you to be my personal guest and give you a little tour of what's inside. Thank you.